Hi, this is Katie, and hello. I wanted to go over the Laurel Denise all-in-one planner. This was released back in the fall. She does have two more planners out now, one for teachers, I think it's an academic calendar, and one that is undated as well, that have a little different format. But this one that came out in the fall intrigues me the most. It did at the time when I saw it. I'm instantly like, yes, I want to use that. And it's become my work planner, and it's helped me so much. And I'll kind of show you how I'm doing that. So for the first few months, this is a really big planner, just letting you know that. For the first few months, I was tracking how much I was posting on different media, different social networks. And you can see in February here, I just didn't. But then each month, and this is what I really appreciate, is I can see a month at a time. I can see, like, look at all this, progress I have made each month down here until the last 2 months. And it's not about productivity for me. I just want to see that I'm scheduling things maybe in advance, so I have like a paced feel. I can still batch things and say like, okay, I'm going to do all my podcasts, which are here. I do 3 at a time, but I record all of those on one day. So to knock off 3 of those each week is actually therapeutic for me and kind of easy to do. I'm also finding that with videos like this, I am filming on Saturday evenings because it was when I usually plan anyway. Saturdays give me kind of like time to just relax, and then I can spend more time on Sunday with family. So every single day that I posted something, I would mark it here, so I kind of saw that I was active. Again, this is not that I was posting physically that day. It's just that something was released that day. And then I also wanted to break it down to where I was showing up. And anything that was going to alter those days, like having a plumber come, being in therapy, any kind of doctor's appointments, I also put them right here. So I know that when I'm doing all this work, that it is a lot that day, that my workload is a lot. I also put these stickers here to remind me that I am growing and reaching out every day. So this is how I use this. This always stays here. You always see this month in advance. You always see this tracker. As the weeks go by, you just flip this part. And so for here, this reminds me of what I'm actually completing. So on this day, I was planning. So here's my themes. On, Wednesdays, I was working on my newsletter. On Thursdays, I record my podcast. And on the weekend, I'm doing any kind of weekend stuff. And then for each one, I put my tarot card pulls right here. And I can just keep going through. And I can still see this all at a glance. And that, to me, was why I love this planner so much. I needed to see these, but I also needed to see that. And you cannot get that in a regular planner. You just can't. So I'm sure there may be something out there like this, but this totally clicked with my brain. And then I also had like room over here to say like, here's the themes for the month, here's my offers. And but I also found that the last half of this month, I was doing a little too much. There was a little too much going on. So I kind of am going by my Instagram pattern that I'm using right now. And it's working for me in the sense that it's fitting the type of media that I'm putting out. So I'll put up for a podcast, I'll put up like one of those little sound bites. So it'll show the picture and then the waveform. So that's one day. And then I usually do like a still of either a planning picture for the planning video I'm releasing, or still of a area that I've organized my home. So those are tiny tidies on Tuesdays. And then usually like one more somewhere out there. So I have like a series of 4, and I was repeating those twice in a week. So I was really releasing 8 posts in 1 week. And the way Instagram likes reels and everything is like, they don't care about the static posts as much anymore. I like them. I still put them out. But I'm playing with reels as well. And reels is just kind of on the side. And I'm just basically showing my mug of the day and showing what I'm up to. And that's it. Like, I'm not getting very crazy with it. So what I'm looking at is, when I'm looking at these theme days, I needed to cut back on things. And so having 2 days for the newsletter, I think I can go down to 1, because really I'm taking a template, putting a few links in, and then writing a piece. And the pieces for the newsletter are original. They aren't coming from any other post. They're not coming from, they're standalone. And so you get that content only in my newsletter. And same with the podcasts, same with the tiny tidies. Like, all of this is original every single week. And I'm not like, you'll see themes overlap a little bit, but you won't see like repurposing. So when I was starting July, this is for the coming week. Today is the 2nd. And I decided to kind of do things a little different. In terms of, I only use a red pen. So this is like the first, this is what I knocked out. I changed these a little bit because I do want to just track reels, because I'm experimenting. You'll see that instead of just calling them videos, because I was doing lives and things, I'm just going to try reels this time. And I moved my YouTube up so they're a little bit more prominent. And then I just swapped that with the newsletter. So I really like that I can kind of see like how often are these kind of being done. Now I also track all of this in a spreadsheet, so I can see like if I post more, how that compares to followers a bit. Like, I'm real loose on like followers. It's like, what I want to make sure is that I'm connecting with people. And so, rethinking here just about like, well, what is going to be my rhythm? And I think starting here of saying, this will be my only newsletter day. This will be my filming for planners like this. And here is filming for my tiny tidies. So what I do for those is, my tiny tidies are released on Tuesdays, but I'm actually also participating with the other people doing tiny tidies on Tuesdays. I'm just filming a week ahead. So I feel like I'm in sync with them, but I'm also like, oh yeah, the one I just did hasn't been released yet. So that is working. Planning here is working. Wednesdays I haven't really quite figured out, and it's okay to have blank space. And then recording my podcast here. So that is all working. And then I think, okay, what is actually being released? So I'm not going to put the individual episodes here. I'm going to do themes again here, because I think that just kind of helps. So there's a podcast 3 days a week. I do YouTube here. I do YouTube here. And I have been doing YouTube here. So like this one's going to come out on a Thursday. So this is like YouTube Plan With Me. This YouTube is either a monthly reset or just kind of going over something else planning wise. So I'll just say I'll just do it like monthly. And then these are my Tiny Tidy Tuesdays. And so as you can kind of see, like there's only this day left. And I'm focusing on podcasts and YouTube and stepping further away from Instagram, if that makes sense. So here, sometimes I'm just thinking, what's kind of a fun thing I can do? See, I'm doing like reels every day. If I'm just doing like my coffee cup and what I'm up to, it's kind of like sharing in stories, but I'm just trying it out. It might move to just stories, and say, guess what? I'm just going to do that then. And these are the things I really enjoy. So these are all batched 1 day a week. This is being filmed that day, but it's a day ahead. And these two are being filmed Saturday. Oh, that's right. My newsletter comes on Saturdays. There we go. So that's what I'm focusing on. And I'm just kind of planning out loud here. Is like, these feel right for doing work each of these days and not getting overloaded when my body feels overloaded and I don't have the energy. And these feel right for a release schedule. A lot of people on YouTube do Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. I have seen that from quite a few people. And having a podcast Monday, Wednesday, Friday is kind of nice. They're very short. They're usually between, I think the shortest was like 6 or 7 minutes. And then the longest still was under 20. And those all feel really good. And then just seeing how, this is the next part that I want to do. So this is usually an IG, and I mean Facebook as well. I don't post this one, and this one on IG. I do like this one. And sometimes it's one of these that I do IG. Actually, what I do here on IG is more of a mug, coffee shot, kind of a static. This is what I'm trying to figure out. So this is my 4. This is my, one's a podcast, these are stills, and this one would be a still. Unless these turn into videos also. I could turn these into reels. And that's what I've been experimenting with as well. Because these are videos anyway, just taking a short little clip. I actually do share in my stories a little clip of the video for these, definitely. So that's a possibility. And that's why I'm kind of shifting things up during the last half of this year. I feel like I've kind of overproduced. I went from not doing much to kind of overproducing. So those are my two sides of the pendulum, right? I was finding my edges. And this is where I'm kind of trying to land in the middle and maybe a little bit more towards being productive, I guess. But in the sense that it's sustainable and it's enjoyable. And that I'm enjoying putting these out and explaining things a little bit better and hopefully being more helpful to other people. So I hope that helps. I am going to be filling this in and trying this out for the next month. And I would like to report back either August 1st or September 1st, probably September 1st. I want to give it like a good 2 months here of trying this new kind of format out of doing 4 posts a week, plus all this other stuff. Really, I mean, these are going a lot quicker. Like my podcasts take about 2 hours to 2.5-ish to record, edit, do transcripts, do sound bites, and get that all out. And then the day of, usually at 7 a.m. my time, I am just hand posting right now, just some things to my stories and to the grid. And then, yeah, the other YouTubes I do right now on a Saturday night, just as I'm doing right now. And it's just kind of nice to walk through these. And I feel like there's one more thing I'm missing here, but I feel like this is less and that it feels more spacious. And I kind of want to see how stories could work in this in an essence of, I don't have to rely on the static posts, that maybe a lot of this is just being communicated more in stories. Maybe a static post, but then like, how do I make that a little bit more interactive in stories? Because that's what's kind of the most important. So yeah, I think that's all I wanted to show. And then over on this side, I just have this all as space right now. And I'm going to write up some themes here. Maybe I'll write like, yeah, that's what I'm trying this week. And then here I like to summarize how this month went. And I love these little stickers to just kind of say, yeah, flip it over. Come and see this side because those are cute. So that's the planner. I love it. I absolutely love it. I'll be getting another one in the fall. They're a little hard to get. I think she produces a very limited quantity. So I'll be definitely like first in line to get this again. It takes up a lot of space. This is, let's see, it does come with this. Excuse me. So this ruler is 8 inches. So I think it's 8.5 by 11. It's pretty much like the size of a sheet of paper when you fold it, but it is double size. So I like to actually, you can use it like this, or you can actually use it like this. This is generally what I do to use it all the time. And I went through, as I said, and I put these little growth stickers. I put moon stickers. When my son was in school, like you can see, I use little corner stickers to designate, days off, but we're in the summertime. And then I also added this sticker here. And those are all linked below. These are all, what's it called? Sterling ink. And I think these are Symposi Press here. So I hope that helps. I do everything in pencil because everything is constantly changing. And not only for my energy, but to take care of my son's energy as well. I move things around within the week. Just this last week, I was trying to record on a Thursday. I had no energy for it. Recorded on a Friday. We were all good, So, yeah. And these just pop in like this. This has been pretty good quality. I haven't had any little bits pop off yet. And it makes it really easy to find where you are within the week. And I love that say you are loved at the top. So let's see if I can do this. Yeah. So that's how I plan in my Laurel Denise planner. If you like this video, I don't do reviews. I just show you how I use the tools that I have. Could I review in the future? Maybe. But this is just what I'm doing every single day. Oh, and if you wanted to see how thick it is, it's pretty thin. And that's how. It's only 1 page per month on this side. And all the little weeklies are there. So please leave a like on your way out or subscribe if you're new here and you're enjoying this content. I focus mainly on how I'm planning my energy due to chronic illness and being neurodivergent, and I can't remember everything. I try to focus less on being super productive. That's not the point of my channel. And trying to share with you like some of the organizational tactics and planning tactics that I use to get through my weeks. So until next time, thank you for joining me. I'll see you next time. Bye.